Hi, I'm Brandon with DiamondLinks, and today's question on Ask DiamondLinks comes from a reader, and it says, "You've talked about testing before. How do I effectively test something?" That's a fantastic question. For me, I mention testing a lot. I love testing everything. Whether we're sending emails and we're looking at subject lines for open rates, whether or not we should include an image or include a link or have 40 words of text or 400 words of text, I want to test everything. If we're trying to secure a link for a client, I want to know why we got the link, why we didn't get the link. Even something as simple as choosing a color. If we're putting up a new page, I want to know what color resonates with people over a different color. One of the best ways that I've found to test everything is through Mechanical Turk. Mechanical Turk is a program from Amazon that you can pay people small amounts to do a small job. For me, an easy test is to put something on Mechanical Turk and ask for responses. That's how I choose logo colors. That's how I choose fonts. That's how I even choose wording. So for that example, let's jump in to the computer and I'm going to show you a live example of what it would look like to test language with Mechanical Turk. Now, there is some caveat to trusting the wisdom of random strangers on the internet, but I haven't run into any problems using Mechanical Turk along with a Google form, and I'll show you in reality what that tends to look like. So I have a survey here, real basic survey, question, 2 answers. DiamondLinks is the leader spelled correctly. DiamondLinks is the leader spelled incorrectly. That's the only difference in these 2 questions. One thing you do want to make sure is that you have the shuffle option order on. That will randomize these 2 responses. So I'm going to go and copy this link, shorten the URL, and to show you what that looks like, I'll open up an incognito window. Here we have leader at the top. If I refresh, there's leader spelled wrong at the bottom. So it just randomizes back and forth. That's what we want to see. I've got that copied. I'm going to take that over to Mechanical Turk and setting up a Mechanical Turk job or a task. Basically just read and select one response. I'm going to pay 7 cents. You can pay 2 cents and it'll just go a little quicker. So for this purpose, for this video, I'm going to pay a little bit more just to get it done quicker. So I'm going to say 100 responses, 10 minutes per response. And I'm going to say design layout. And this is real straightforward and simple. Okay, so I've already designed this layout. There it is. Just basically a survey link, just the form. And at the end of the survey, for the responses, let me see, for the presentation, you just need to put a survey code. I just randomly hit some numbers. Doesn't really matter what it is. I'm just trying to make it easy. So there's 5 digits there. Hit save. Now when the users come and they respond, they'll type in that code here. It doesn't matter. All you care about is responses. So I'm going to say finish, and I'm going to say publish, and that's this one here. And next. And so for the purposes of this test, 37 responses tells us that 97% of people have selected the proper spelling, whereas 2.7%, which is only one single person in our test thus far, has chosen the wrong spelling when asked the question, which would you be more likely to click? Now, you can imagine using this as a blog post title or a headline in reputation management, client name or John Smith shares 11 tips for whatever. You could combine that with expert John Smith announces something. So you could test 3 or 4 titles to see which is going to elicit the highest number of clicks. And our results are still rolling in, and a very small percentage of people have answered that they would prefer to click the misspelling. And actually, in the meantime, I've even received an email from someone saying, I don't know if you're aware of this, but there is a misspelling and it might mess up your survey results. So clearly people are choosing and being good with their crowdsourcing. So that's one of the ways that I like to test using Mechanical Turk. As you can see, testing doesn't have to be difficult, but it does have to be purposeful. You have to know what you want to test and then how you're going to put forth that test. It doesn't have to be scientific, it doesn't have to be long, it doesn't have to be difficult. In the span of probably 10 minutes from start to finish, you can set up a Google form, implement that, set up the questions, submit it to Mechanical Turk, pay a couple bucks, and have responses all in a 10-minute period. Now, for other types of testing, it depends on the method as well as what you're looking to understand. If it's response rates to an email, then you need to test differently than you would with Mechanical Turk. But that's one quick and easy way that you can test a variety of things. And as a quick side note, I once had 2 logo variations. One I really liked and one I did not like. I almost chose the logo that I liked, which was kind of a green and yellow. It blended well and it looked really good to me. So I wanted to go with that logo, but then I had a purple and pink and blue logo that I did not like at all. Well, I put both of those on Mechanical Turk, and I think you can probably see where I'm going with this, but the logo that was pink and blue and purple had an 85% response rate. The logo that I liked that was green and yellow, 15% of the people agreed with me. What would you do? What would you do? Tell me in the comments below. Tell me what you would do if 85% of the people wanted one thing and you, along with 15% of people, wanted another thing. I chose the pink logo. I don't know if that was the right move, but it was what people seemed to resonate with. And if they're looking at a logo for comfort and trust and reliability, that's what I want to portray. So I chose the pink logo. That's all for this episode of Ask DiamondLinks. Feel free to submit a question at diamondlinks.net/ask. Feel free to also just drop a comment in the comments below here if you have a question or any feedback on this. You can also subscribe at diamondlinks.net to get notified of any future videos that we put out. Thanks for watching.